Hi. So I'm going to do something also a little different. Instead of just talking about my company, Master of Code, I'm going to give you 5 actionable NLP insights that you can use tomorrow in 5 minutes. So pay attention. This is going to go pretty quick. So here's just a slide about who we are, what we do. We continue to make amazing conversational experiences for brands of all sizes. So number 1, define minimum confidence scores. Some brands, some organizations are not doing this. We know there are still limitations to NLP engines, and you want to make sure that when your chatbot is responding to a user query, that they're confident in doing so. So this is actually a data set of one of our actual chatbots. You'll see of all fired intents, about half of them had a confidence score of less than 0.5 or 50%. It doesn't mean the chatbot's not smart. We're just seeing more and more of a trend of users typing really long-tailed or long queries into the chatbot, making it more difficult for the NLP engine to decide what intent should fire. So we recommend for more simpler bots, have a minimum confidence score of about 0.55, and if you have a more complex bot with more features, make sure your confidence score is about 0.65 to 0.75. Now, equally as important, it's essential to make sure your chatbot has bot responses that have context and that they're not vague. Why? Well, from time to time, you get a user who kind of wants to troll the bot, maybe ask them some interesting questions, and if you don't have a minimum confidence score and one of your bot responses is quite vague, this can happen. And in fact, the user could take it a step further and post it on social media, tagging the brand. Not a good situation. So make sure your bot responses aren't vague. They don't just say yes, absolutely, no, no way. Make sure it's always referencing the query that it's the user's most likely going to speak about. So instead of saying yes, say yes, I'm a chatbot. If the user is asking, are you a chatbot? Or no, I'm not a chatbot. Or no, I'm not a human, I'm a chatbot. Next, so this was really interesting. We learned this from one of our clients. There's a lot of chatbots out there that require users to share their exact location to give them a really customized experience. Perfect, right? Well, our client Aveda was doing an ad campaign which caused where they asked users to share their locations, so it would pull up the nearest Aveda store near them to give them a more personalized experience and allow them to book an appointment through the chatbot. However, we were seeing quite a large drop-off when users were asked to share their location. So we decided to create a zip code flow instead. Now, of over 3,000 users who engaged with the ad campaign, 73% of them preferred to share their zip code, which we use to connect to the Google API to pull up the nearest Aveda store near them so they can complete their booking. Now, next, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you're regularly analyzing your user input reports. So these are the reports we generate for clients that show all queries that the users typed into the bot unprompted. So again, Aveda ran a promotion promoting, hey, through the chatbot, book a free mini facial. We had free in the ad copy. We had free in the welcome message. We even sprinkled the word free all throughout the booking flow. Pretty simple, right? No confusion. Well, as soon as the ad campaign launched, we started getting queries like this come in. So, acting quickly, we made an intent that spoke to price, and when users asked if it was free, how much is this going to cost, the bot reassured them that this, in fact, is complimentary. In 1 week, almost 20% of all queries typed into the bot were people asking if this was free. We had almost 100 of them, and out of all 100 queries that were typed into the bot, the NLP engine fired the correct intent, giving the users that reassurance that it was free. So like I said, it's essential to analyze your user input reports and act quickly. But when you're launching maybe sensitive intents or more than one intents, you want to do it with confidence. That's why it's essential to have enough user data so you can do test in batches. This particular client, one of our beauty brands, they wanted to launch 2 intents. I want a sample, and where is my sample? 2 very different bot responses. You have angry customers on the one hand who are asking, why didn't I get my sample with my order? And then you have curious customers who are wondering, hey, how can I get a sample? I'm really interested. We want to make sure that the NLP engine would not confuse between the two, because you don't want to risk that user experience and have the bot say the wrong thing. So we made sure we had more than 100 queries of each, and kept on testing until the NLP engine was 100% confident that it could discern between the two. So, when it comes to testing, just think of cookies and make sure you do it in batches. Whoops, back up. So that's all from me. I'll be around for the rest of the day if you have any more questions about NLP or about Master of Code. Thanks so much, guys.
Right on time. Thank you. So we're going back to the last sessions of today in the main stage in about 5 minutes. We're going to have a talk from Deutsche Telekom, then a fireside chat, and then we're going to finish up with Google and startup competition. So have a great evening, guys.